no, I forgot it. The stopwatch. Here, okay. Pause. Here, okay. Now let's shadowing time. Yeah, today's video is about how to presentation, or the best way to give a presentation. And today's speech is the powers. Speech is to persuade, to convert, to compel. Rap window Emerson. The latter lectures of reference were immersions. Okay, let's start shadowing.
Once you've found an idea that you're excited to share with an audience, you're ready to start putting
together a talk.
Deciding on a clear through lines is an essential part. Is an essential part of developing a strong talk. Another
important piece, though, is picking a presentation plan. There are many. Fortunately, they're long videos. So yeah, there are many ways to prepare for and deliver a talk.
Ways to prepare for and deliver a talk, and it's important to find one.
that's right for you. One of the first key decisions you need to make
is whether you
will A. Write out the talk in full as a complete script.
A. Write out the talk in full as a complete script to be read,
memorized, or combination of the two.
Or a combination of the two. Or B.
Come up with a clear plan for your talk without scripting it.
Come up with a clear plan for your talk without scripting it, so you can speak to each of your points in the moment when you present. For most speakers, the best way to say what you really want to say. The best way to say what you really want to say in the most powerful
way is to write a script.
Then get to know the
script so well that it becomes part of you. This takes a lot of work. Imagine you get to watch a friend trying to memorize his talk.
Over the course of a week. Let's say
that you ask him every day to give the best version of the talk.
He can give.
He can give just from memory without using any notes. You will notice something odd.
Early on in the week,
your friend will be very exciting to listen to.
His talk may seem
a little
disorganized because he doesn't
actually know any of it by heart yet. He simply does his best to give you the information he knows.
In approximately
the order he planned.
But his passion
about his idea
comes through. A few days later,
you will notice a change.
He will have reached a point where
he knows quite a bit of the talk by heart.
But you won't feel the same
excitement you feel from him.
You felt from him at the beginning of the week.
You might feel his stress instead.
You might feel his stress instead. You hear him saying
things like,
It's like, let's see.
Let's see. Just a minute. Or let me start that again.
Yeah, just a minute. Or let me start that again. He might even
sound a bit like a robot.
sound a bit like a robot, as though he's not actually
He's not actually thinking about the things he's saying.
thinking about the things he's saying. These are clues that the talk
is being recited rather than spoken with meaning.
is being recited rather than spoken with meaning. It's hard
for an audience to connect to a speaker who presents in this way.
for an audience to connect to a speaker who presents in this way. But
if your friend keeps working on memorizing his script,
if your friend keeps working on memorizing his script, you will notice
a thrilling change by 6th or 7th day.
a thrilling change by the 6th or 7th day. Suddenly,
He really knows his talk.
he really knows his talk. He knows it so well
He knows it so well that remembering the words is a snap.
that remembering the words is a snap. He can concentrate
on the meaning of what he's saying again.
on the meaning of what he's saying again. He has the
passions he had on day one.
passion he had on day one, and now he knows his
script by heart as well.
script by heart as well. Remember this if you decide
to memorize your talk.
to memorize your talk. Choosing to memorize is great.
Choosing to memorize is great.
You're giving yourself
You are giving yourself an excellent chance for a huge hit.
excellent chance for a huge hit. But it's important
But it's important that you keep working on memorizing
that you keep working on memorizing until you
pass the stage where the talk sounds recited.
this stage where the talk sounds recited. You have to know
The words so well, they seem like they are part of you.
the words so well, they seem like they're part of you. You must keep
practicing past the robots stage
practicing past the robot stage to the stage where the
words flow out freely.
words flow out freely.
Boost your mobile game's revenue with rewarded ads.
Hey.
Unlike regular ads, rewarded ads are a part of the game. They're not in.
I think it's
Another thing
is still the way to earn money. I think some people want to become content creators, can earn money from YouTube. I think, but it's earn a little money from YouTube, but you can using this for sell something or advertising something. I think. Okay, let's continue to shadow it. Another thing to ask yourself if you plan to write a script for your talk is
to ask yourself if you plan to write a script for your talk is what kind of
language do you want to use?
language do you want to use? Spoken language or
written language?
written language. The language we use in
everyday speech is different
everyday speech is different from the language writers
use. Harvard professor Dan Gilbert tells his students
to speak their talks
into the recorder before writing them down.
to a recorder before writing them down. The students then
use words from the recording as the first draft.
use the words from the recording as the first draft of their written script. This helps them make sure
the language they choose sounds natural.
the language they choose sounds natural when said out loud. But again,
But again, every talk is different.
Every talk is different. For some
speakers, using elegant language is like that you might find in a book.
speakers, using elegant language like that you might find in a book is the perfect way.
It's a perfect way to expressing their idea.
Way of expressing their idea. Take a look at this memorable moment.
Take a look at this memorable moment from Amanda C. Gorman.
Amanda C. Gorman at a TED student talks.
At a TED student talks event in 2018.
Event in 2018. Most of my life
I was particularly terrified of speaking up.
I was particularly terrified of speaking up because I had a speech impediment, which made it difficult to pronounce certain letters, sounds. Difficult to pronounce certain letters, sounds, and I felt like
I was fine writing on the page.
I was fine writing on the page, but once I got on stage,
I was worried my words might jumble and stumble.
I was worried my words might jumble and stumble. What was the point?
What was the point in trying not to mumble the thoughts in my head?
And trying not to mumble these thoughts in my head if everything's already
been said before.
But finally I
had a moment of realization where I chose.
Moment of realization where I thought if I choose not to speak,
if I chose not to speak out of fear,
then there's no one that
my silence is standing for.
This is a powerful
piece of writing, and it's meant to be heard that way.
Piece of writing, and it's meant to be heard that way. Even though the language is not like everyday speech.
It's not like everyday speech.
Amanda's
powers poetry make us feel we are in the hands of a masterful writer.
Powerful poetry makes us feel we are in the hands of a masterful writer. It's the perfect language.
It's the perfect language for this talk.
For some scripted talks, the
speaker chooses to bring their script on stage with them to read from. Now let's continue.
To bring their script on stage with them to read from. This can be a perfectly wonderful way to present. But if you choose to go this
route, it's important to know your script well enough that you can still.
Important to know your script well enough that you can still give your audience
the sense that you are with them in the moment.
The sense that you are with them in the moment. Mean
every sentence as you read it.
Sentence as you read it. Look up from the page as often.
As often as you can.
And make eye
contact with your audience members.
It might even be
a powerful choice to let go of your script.
Powerful choice to let go of your script towards the end of your talk and speak
the conclusion directly from the heart. Some speakers choose to give unscripted talks. There are many kinds of unscripted talks. What they all have in common is that the speaker is not trying to recall.
A
specific pre-written script while on stage. Instead, they are thinking about the subject matter.
are thinking about the subject matter and looking for the
best word to communicate their points in the moment.
words to communicate their points in the moment. Some speakers
doing unscripted talks use a set of notes to guide them.
doing unscripted talks use a set of notes to guide them. Some choose
not to have any notes at all.
to have any notes at all. There are
many wonderful benefits to unscripted talks.
wonderful benefits to unscripted talks. They often sound
fresh and alive, like the speaker is really thinking out loud.
fresh and alive, like the speaker is really thinking out loud. If this is a
comfortable style of speaking for you,
and your talk is about something
you know very well,
an unscripted talk
could be your best choice.
be your best choice. But it is
important to know the difference between unscripted and unprepared.
to know the difference between unscripted and unprepared. There is no
excuse for not preparing for an important talk.
excuse for not preparing for an important talk. Whether you choose to
write a script or not.
write a script or not. So how do you
prepare for an unscripted talk?
prepare for an unscripted
Okay, let's continue.
talk? A lot will depend
on what type of journey you plan to take the audience on.
what type of journey you plan to take
Journey.
the audience on. A talk built around
a single story will be a lot easier.
a single story will be a lot easier than one where you're trying to explain
Where you are trying to explain complicated research.
complicated research. But the key is to go back to the metaphor of a talk as a journey. back to the metaphor of a talk as a journey. Ask
Got it. Ask yourself what each step of the journey looks like.
yourself what each step of the journey looks like. It can be helpful
to create a label for each step.
create a label for each step, a mental note
that will help you remember how to get from one piece
that will help you remember how to get from one piece of the talk to the next. TED
speakers have very different opinions on whether a memorized script
have very different opinions on whether a memorized script or an
unscripted talk is the better way to go.
unscripted talk is the better way to go. But the majority of TED
speakers
do in fact script their whole talk
and memorize it.
And they do their best to avoid
letting it sound recited.
If you have time to do
that, it will probably give you the best shot.
it will probably give you the best shot at delivering a
powerful talk that say everything you want it to say.
talk that says everything you want it to say
Without sounding robotic.
If you don't have time
to truly learn a script by heart,
or if you already know that
that's just not the best thing for you,
then don't go this route. The key is to pick
a presentation plan that you feel confident about.
presentation plan that you feel confident about and commit to that. Whether you choose to
memorize a script or read from one,
memorize a script or read from one, or use a few notes.
Or use a few notes, or go without notes entirely.
Or go without notes entirely. You will still end
up with a
talk that is well prepared
and passionately delivered.
And passionately delivered. So long as you put
in the time.
Spoken words offer something that printed words can't. The human voice.
Okay.
Let us help you find your voice with the next video in this series.
Here, the best an animated adaptation of TEDx talk given by David Epstein. What?
Many of you here have probably heard of the
10,000 hours rule.
1,000 hours rule. It's the idea that
to become great in anything takes. This is the thing I want to be. Yeah.
10,000 hours of
10,000 hours of focused practice. So you better get started as early as possible.
Started as early as possible. The poster child
for this story is Tiger Woods.
This story is Tiger Woods.
His father famously gave him a putter when he was 7 months old.
They gave him a putter when he was 7 months old. Fast forward to the age of 21, he's the great golfer in the world. 21, he's the greatest golfer in the world. Quintessential 10,000 hours.
Quintessential in 10,000 hour stories.
Story. Another is that
of the three Polgar sisters.
Whose father decided to teach
them chess in a very technical manner.
Chess in a very technical manner from a very early age. Two of his daughters went on to become grandmaster chess players. I got curious. If this 10,000 hours rule is correct. 10,000 hours rule is correct, then we should see that elite athletes
what the hell?
Head start in so-called
deliberate practice. And in fact, when scientists study elite athletes,
they see that they spend more time.
They spend more time in deliberate practice.
Not a big surprise. When they actually track
attendance over the course of their development.
Athletes over the course of their development, the pattern looks like this.
The pattern looks like this. The futurists tend to have what scientists call sampling period. Where they try a variety of physical activities. They gain broad general skills and delays specializing until later than peers who plateaus at lower levels.
That doesn't really comport with
the 10,000 hours rule, doesn't it?
10,000 hours rule, does it?
So start to wonder about other domains that we associate.
With obligatory early
specialization, like music.
Like music. Turns out the pattern's often similar.
This pattern is often similar.
The exceptional
musicians didn't start spending more time in deliberate practice
Musicians didn't start spending more time in deliberate practice than the average musician
than the average musician until their third instrument.
until their third instrument. They too tended to have
They too tend to have a sampling period.
a sampling period. Even musicians
Even musicians we think of as famously precocious, like Yo-Yo Ma.
we think of as famously precocious, like Yo-Yo Ma. So this got me interested
So this got interested in exploring the development of development. What the frick? So this got interested in exploring the developmental backgrounds. It's too fast.
exploring the developmental backgrounds of people whose work I have
Of people whose work is hard long admired.
long admired. Duke Ellington
Duke Ellington learned music lesson as a kid.
shunned music lessons as a kid to focus on baseball and
Focus on baseball and painting and drawing.
painting and drawing.
Mariam Marcani wasn't interested in math as a girl,
Connie wasn't interested in math as a girl, dreamed of becoming a novelist,
dreaming become a novelist,
and went on
to become the first and so far only woman to win the field medal,
become the first and so far only woman to win the Fields Medal, the most prestigious prize
the most prestigious prize in the world in math.
in the world in math.
Vincent van Gogh had 5 different careers before flaming out spectacularly.
Go had 5 different careers before flaming out spectacularly, and in his late
And in his late 20s,
20s picked up a book called
picked up a book called The Guide to the ABCs of Drawing.
the ABCs of Drawing.
Claude Shannon was an electrical engineer at the University of Michigan.
Shannon was an electrical engineer at the University of Michigan who took a philosophy course
Took a philosophy course just to fulfill requirement,
to fulfill a requirement, and in it he learned
and in it learned about a near-century-old system of logic,
about a near-century-old system of logic by which true and false
by which true and false statements could be coded as ones and zeros,
statements could be coded as ones and zeros and solved like
and solved like math problems.
math problems. This led to the
This led to the development of binary code,
development of binary code, which underlies all of our
underlie all of our digital computers today.
digital computers today. Frances Hesselbein took her
Frances Hesselbein took her first professional job at the age of 54
first professional job at the age of 54. Went on to become the
and went on to become the CEO of the Girl Scouts.
CEO of the Girl Scouts. Here's an athlete I've
Here an athlete I have followed.
followed. He tried some tennis,
He tried some tennis, some skiing, wrestling.
some skiing, wrestling. His mother was actually a tennis coach,
His mother actually a tennis coach,
but she declined to coach him because he wouldn't return balls normally.
but she decided to coach him because he wouldn't return balls normally,
Trying more sports. Handball,
and he kept trying more sports:
volleyball, soccer,
handball, volleyball, squash, badminton, skateboarding.
badminton, skateboarding.
So is this dabbler?
Who is this dabbler? This is
This is Roger Federer,
Federer. Every bit as
famous as an adult as Tiger Woods,
famous as an adult as Tiger Woods, and yet even tennis enthusiasts don't usually know anything enthusiasts don't usually know anything about his developmental story.
about his development story.
Why is that?
Why is that?
Well, I think it's partly because the Tiger story is very dramatic, the Tiger story is very dramatic, but also because it seems like this
but also because it seems like this tidy narrative
tidy narrative that we can extrapolate
to anything that we want to be good at in our own lives.
to anything that we want to be good at in our own lives.
But it turned out that in many ways, golf is uniquely horrible model.
Turns out that in many ways, golf is a uniquely horrible model of almost everything that
humans want to learn.
Humans want to learn. Golf is the
epitome of what the philosophist Robin Hogarth
of what the psychologist Robin Hogarth called a kind learning environment. Next
step and goal are clear rules that are clear and never change.
They're clear, rules that are clear and never change. When you do something,
you get feedback that quick and accurate. Okay, that's enough for today. Remember, like and subscribe, and you want to watching the origin videos, click on the description. It's enough for today. Ta-ta for now. Goodbye. See you next week. Yeah. But next week I'm gonna have to work with my school, so yeah, I'm make retake for 3 days. Maybe only 2 days. 3 days. Yeah, 3 days for retake all the videos. Okay. Goodbye.